Something like the ocean for a minute there. Did you hear that? It was like...
I still hear it right now.
Fuck is that? You think it's the air?
Probably
the air conditioner?
Yeah.
It's hot in here though, so we're just gonna have to deal with it.
It's cool. It's not that loud. Yeah.
It was just when neither one was talking. It was like a conch shell.
That's what I thought about.
The ocean?
Yeah.
Me too, man. It's funny when you're little. It's like the amazing things in life. You know, my mom was like, listen to this, it's the ocean. And like, I really thought it was the fucking, the ocean. Like, cause it made sense, right? Like this comes from the water.
Ocean, right? The ocean is in there.
So there's residual ocean in this shit and I can hear it. And I'd just be sitting there like, whoa, this is fucking crazy.
Right?
This is the ocean, man.
The ocean in this fucking shell.
It's a double rainbow, man. Fucking tears of joy. Ah. God. Velveteen Rabbit. What's that?
Did you ever test shit out like that when you were a kid? Like, you know, they say, don't look in the sun. Did you ever look in the sun?
All that shit.
Yeah.
I busted my ass off of Mary Poppins.
What, trying to fly with a fucking umbrella?
Because back in the day, before kids turned into bitches, you would wake up early before your parents because they're sleeping, and you would go outside and play without the aid of an adult.
Yeah.
I must have been 4 or 5. I was outside playing on my own, and I grabbed before I left, I was like, I'm gonna go fly. I'm gonna marry.
I saw some shit.
I'm gonna Mary Poppins my ass.
I'm gonna try this.
And you know, I grabbed a little umbrella, went to the playground, climbed up on top of the swings where the swings were, because a slide was attached to the swings at the playground by my house. So I got up on top of the swings. I was probably like, I don't know, 10, 12 feet up. I don't know.
Yeah.
And just fucking opened up the umbrella and jumped, and the umbrella just went it just went straight, like when the wind blows and just busts and shit. The umbrella just like, it didn't catch me, like it didn't slow me down at all. And I wasn't ready for that because I thought I was gonna float down.
You thought there'd be something.
Yeah,
right?
I thought I was gonna float down all soft, and I busted my ass, dog. I busted my motherfucking ass.
That's those fucking experiments, man.
Yeah.
You know, that cats do as children. I think boys do it more than girls do it, but you know, it's the shit that we try, man. I told you about that time that I ate a magnet, thinking that I could get magnetic powers.
How big was the magnet?
It was one of the magnets off of like a refrigerator magnet. You know what I'm saying? So like it was kind of soft.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't one of the hard ones, right?
Right.
So I thought that, you know, oh, this shit is soft, you know. You know, and I had done all kinds of other shit with magnets, you know what I'm saying? Like putting them on things and the outlet and the TV and things, you know. So, like, this was my chance, right?
Right.
Like, if I get this into my system, you know what I'm saying, then I should have magnetic properties, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Magneto, that makes sense, right? And so I heated it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying, to make it softer, right? And then I ate it.
You didn't think about like how shitty that would be?
No.
Like, because it's not like you're gonna be able to turn it off. Like, it's not like you eat a magnet and let's say best case scenario, you're a fucking magnetic.
Doug, Magneto never had any problems like that. Okay, he never had, you know, like there was no downside to Magneto's powers.
Yeah, but like he had to think about being he had to concentrate on being magnetic, and then like have shit be magnetized to him. Your ass just was gonna be walking down the street with forks and shit flying at you.
Well, you know, I knew that there was going to be a learning process. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's gonna have a gang of paper clips on
but
you.
It was going to pay off one day. Right? It was going to pay off one day when I could, you know, like pull metal shit to myself.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, that would have been the shit, bro. Like, you could have climbed up the side of certain buildings. You know what I mean? You could just, you could have magneted your way up a building.
but not even thinking that, you know, like, yo, if when this shit gets into my intestines, I could fuck my shit up real bad.
Did it come out? Do you remember when you passed it?
No.
Dog, I used to think that if I loved a stuffed animal enough, it would turn alive. I was like, if I just love this fucking, because, you know, I would read all these books, or my mom would read them to me, and there was this book, Velveteen Rabbit. Like,
yeah.
And it, like, the rabbit just was, they just loved that rabbit so fucking much that after, like, by the time they loved it for about 10, 15 years, it was beat to death that the rabbit just came alive, you know? And it was a real fucking rabbit. Like, so I was like, yo, I'm like, if I just love this teddy bear enough, I'm gonna have like a cool little bear to roll around with. It didn't happen, man.
And that was the craziest thing about like all the stories that you know, we either read or would see on TV, the movies we would see and shit, you know, comic books. Like, you know, I would just try all of it. You know what I mean? Like, my biggest thing was psychic abilities, you know what I mean? Like, I would always try to, you know, like, use telekinesis, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like if I concentrated on something really hard, you know, I could make that shit move. And so I would sit in my room, you know, for like hours trying to move shit with my mind.
You must have loved Firestarter. That was probably your shit, right?
I didn't see that until I got older. Like, the shit that fucked me up was like, you know, like I said, comic books and you know, Misfits of Science. It's a real old show.
I don't even know what that is.
Show. You know what I'm saying?
All those magical books, man, fuck me. And the irony is, like, look, you still like comics, and I still like medieval fantasy and shit. You know what I mean? Like, all them magical books of shit appearing and other worlds happening. And I remember, like, my mom said we was gonna go get a toy chest, and what the fuck does that sound like? You know, it sounds like you finna go get a chest full of some toys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we roll up to go get a toy chest, and it was just a box. And I'm like, I'm opening up, like, where's the toys?
Do we put them in there?
I was like, I just thought that we was gonna magic some toys into the box. Like, if I just wanted it enough and like hoped for it enough, I could magic some motherfucking toys into that box. Why would you call it a toy chest if it ain't come with no toys, man? Like, why would you do that to a child? So I'm like, oh, the toys must be in there magically, you know?
Yeah.
Bruh.
But yo, and that's when we're kids, dog. We're made to believe these things. You know what I'm saying? We're made to believe that magic exists. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like
and I'm not saying it doesn't.
Right.
Who the fuck knows, bro? Like,
but as a kid, it was real.
Oh, bruh.
It was real. You couldn't say that it wasn't real.
Well, even like, let's say you're a fucking techie, right? Mm-hmm. You're a super fucking techie, you're a nerd, and I'm doing drugs that take me to other places.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm creating I got my own little magic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I go to magical, mystical lands a lot.
Yeah.
So there you go. I made it happen.
You've done it.
I made it happen.
You've done it.
Put this up your nose. You'll fucking go somewhere. Like, eat this shit. You'll see another world.
You know, when we were kids, man, you know, like we had less to do. You know what I'm saying? Or we had more to do in the physical world. You know what I'm saying? So like that was when you know, when I didn't have a fucking video game console and shit like that, I was doing experiments. Like, I would get all the chemicals from underneath the sink and like mix them all together, you know,
see what it made.
Just trying some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I cooked sugar in a pot one time. It ruined the fucking pot, and I had to throw it away to get rid of the evidence. I did a lot of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, fire was my main tool. You know, I would light shit on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, to see what would happen when you light, Plastic Polaroid on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, Polaroids were really fun. You know
what the shit was fucking rubbing alcohol and nail polish remover.
Mm-hmm.
lighting that shit on fire. You can put it on your hand, light it on fire, and you like, you fucking magical. You got some, or pour it down the slide. Oh,
fucking aerosol can and a lighter.
Oh yeah,
I'd be going around the motherfucking house. Just, I had a fucking flamethrower.
That's the shit, dog. That's the shit. I wonder if kids do that anymore.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I never see kids like climbing trees anymore.
It's funny you said that. When we touched on this on the show, there's this whole they had like a study that basically, we did a big break on this on the show, but like it has something to do with this. It's like the safer the playgrounds are, the more of bitches it's turning these kids into some bitches, or less likely to take risks. They're more likely to have fears of heights and shit like that. Like you said, cats just don't climb trees anymore. You know what I mean? Like
all that, Doug. Like, when's the last time you saw, like, you know, either a kid climbing a tree or kids taking chalk to a sidewalk? When have you ever seen any chalk on the sidewalk?
You know what I'm saying? You know what? Or like, dog, when I was little, man, I used to stay under, like, if we ever went to a store with some clothes, I was in them racks, dog. Like, I don't even see kids in the racks no more, man. I'll be up underneath them racks. Or my poor mom, since she was a hippie, she was like, we were the worst, dog. We were the fucking worst. Because she would be like, Jude, don't do that. Don't run around. And like half of the time, she didn't even give a fuck. We go to the grocery store and we was playing tag. Like, it was like, all right, man, we going. We playing tag.
That's the main thing. Like, you don't know where your kids are. You know what I'm saying? You turn around and they're gone.
Yeah, and like, you go and play. Like, everything was an opportunity to play. Like, all right, man, let's go out there and we was wild as fuck, eating the fruit. You know what I mean?
Right. How often would you see that where you're at the store and you know, like some parent is out looking for their kid? You know what I'm saying? You know, because they're hiding somewhere.
Now it's like the kids are just sit in the little cart and they're playing their little video games. They don't run nowhere. I don't get up. Like, I was at the fucking airport, and I'm on the moving walkway, and these little girls, they must have been like 8 or 9, they was playing on the moving walkway, and the mom apologized, and I'm like, man, I would have done the same thing. I said, hey, no need to apologize. Like, I was doing the same shit. Like, I want to see.
They're children. They're supposed to be doing that.
They're supposed to be playing on the fucking that's the other thing, man. Let me go somewhere where there's an escalator. I'm running up that bitch the wrong way. Like, I'm racing the escalator.
You know, straight up. Like, we don't want to let our kids learn, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to let them get hurt anymore. You know what I mean?
That's what it is, and it's like it's there's this thing. It's like parents don't want their children to feel, and I'll say it time and time again. Is they just don't want their kids to feel discomfort. It's like they just want them to be comfortable. They want them to be comfortable at home. They don't want anyone to pick on them at school. There's this shit called bullying, and then they have support groups for bullying when you should just have karate class.
And
you
campaigns about bullying and shit.
Fuck bullying. It's pick up the hardest thing you can find and hit that motherfucker
straight
with
the fuck
it.
up.
Or
End
fucking
of story.
Or like try to figure out how to be his fucking friend.
Or click up.
Click
up.
Dog.
I told Najee, you know what I'm saying? I told Najee, like, anytime I came across shit like that, you know what I mean? All I would do was befriend the biggest motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Get him on my team. Handle that, dog.
And then suddenly it's not a problem.
You know what I'm saying?
Or like sometimes, you know what? Sometimes like, Justin and Carlton and them, they got the best of me. I never got the best of them. They beat me. You know, they would. I fought Damon. I would fight them, but they would whoop me. You know, I'd fight them. They'd whoop me.
Yeah.
And that was life. And then guess what? When I got old enough, like, they didn't want to fight me no more. We were good. You know what I mean? But like, sometimes you take your lumps, dog.
And that's the change of the guard. Now you're going to put it on the younger generation. That's how we learn.
Yeah, that's it. Nowadays, it's like, oh, but Junior's getting bullied and da-da-da. Like, my daughter, man, like, some kid was fucking with her, and I'm like, dude, pick up something hard and hit that motherfucker in the face with it. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you do.
Yeah.
That's how you deal with the bully. And what's happened is we have come to trust the system so much.
Yeah.
The system is supposed to take care of us. Well, if they're doing this, the system should stop that. No, you need to stop this shit on your own, man.
Yeah.
Like, you need to have some confidence, like, because it's going to destroy your confidence. Yeah, you might be able to call up somebody and get them to stop, but deep in your heart, you know you're a bitch.
And that's not going to win you any friends. You know what I'm saying?
Telling?
Like, motherfucker, you will tell.
But who the fuck?
You will tell. Fuck that.
It's a whole new world now, though, man. Like, who knows if telling might be cool.
Taboo and shit. Yeah.
Telling might be cool. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what it is, man. This shit has changed. You know, I used to tell my daughter, like, when she would come back in from playing, you know, like, you're not bleeding. There's no scratches. There's nothing.
Right.
You weren't playing hard enough then.
You didn't, yeah, you didn't, like, that's what I was saying this before, and like, yeah, you guys, this is, if you listen to both shows, you might hear some fucking overlapping.
Yeah,
and if you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself.
There it is.
But like, if you didn't get beat up, then you weren't going hard enough. You know what I'm saying? That if no one whooped your ass growing up,
then that meant you flew under the radar the whole time.
You're not taking any risks, bro. You're not taking if you didn't get lumped up, like, you're not trying hard enough. If you don't have fucking cuts on your knees, that means you're not risking it enough.
Straight up. You're not putting it on the fucking line, man.
Yeah, dog, you're supposed to fall. You're supposed to get hurt. You're supposed to get up. You're supposed to feel what losing feels like.
Straight up.
Then you can, I don't like that feeling. I'm going to try harder. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Right. You've learned something there. Like, you know, I had to learn that, you know, when you have your buddy pull you on in a fucking red wagon, you know, on his bike, you know what I'm saying, tied to a jump rope,
you might get fucked
and
up.
He takes a sharp ass corner. You know what I'm saying?
You could roll things.
You're gonna fall out of that shit, and you're gonna get dragged a little bit, and you're gonna have a fucking full frontal scab. That shit is real.
It's the truth, man. It's the truth. And that's what these parents are robbing their kids of.
Yeah.
Because it's
experience.
It's not the kid's choice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the way they're being raised, man. It's the way they're being raised. It's like, yo, I even saw, I see it with some of my little cousins. They get lumped up, and the moms are on them. What's that? Oh, are you okay? Walk it the fuck off, man. Like, walk it off. Walk it off.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, and robbing them of that experience, man, you're kind of robbing them of a childhood. You know, it's they need that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's what we need, that those kind of things as human beings. You know what I mean? Like, we need those life lessons. You know, that's the kind of shit that we learn when we're kids. Like, the school is a complete experience. You know what I mean? Like, everything that goes on at school, you know, is supposed to happen. You know what I mean?
It's Lord of the Flies over there. And
Straight
you gotta
up.
know how to fucking operate within that
And
shit.
maneuver through that. Yeah.
You gotta learn how to do it. And some of it is like, you pick your battles. You don't gotta fight every single person, but you can't be getting punked on.
Right.
It's kind of like, I was watching one of them, like, I was telling you this earlier, like, this fucking, what's it called, the dog pound, or the dog, some shit about the dog house, or something about a dog, some prison movie on Netflix.
Yeah.
And that's basic, like, that's like Darwin at its finest right there. It's like the dog eat dog, strongest motherfucker wins, the smartest motherfucker gets, you know, like, there's all these ways to maneuver in prison. I never been in prison, but based on these fucking, on the jail movies and shit like that, now I'm an expert. But
you got it, bro.
Now that I've seen these jail movies, I know that someone's gonna get raped in the last 20 minutes and the guards are corrupt. No, but like, but there's a certain element of Darwinism in prisons, and you're going to be able to co-sign this or validate it or invalidate it more than I am. That's kind of at its rawest form. And then once you get out of, then we're in this other world where, like, society is protecting you from certain things. There's certain rules and regulations that's protecting you from certain things. And school is a lot closer to, like, Darwin shit than other places and out in the real world. Am I making sense? I feel like I just
I think you're making complete sense. You know, perfect sense. because in that way, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to do with our evolution. You know what I'm saying? Like, in school, self-esteem, right? Self-esteem, you know what I mean? Like, I had triumphs in school that were boosts in my fucking ego. You know what I mean? When I beat the kid who was the best at tetherball. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's kicking everybody's ass every day, all day. You can't play fucking tetherball because he's beating everybody. You know what I'm saying? He never gets off the fucking pole. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And one day, you know, like, he's bigger than everybody else. You know, that's why he's schooling everybody. You know, but one day I got on. He was like, yo, you can go first, right? You know, and I served. And he couldn't even touch the ball, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had my technique down, it was all over his fucking head, and I won, and I felt like motherfuckers had hoisted me on their shoulders, and I was the king for a day, you know?
Yeah, that's not what I was talking about.
That meant a lot to me. Right? So you're just gonna take the air out of my shit right there, right?
Fucking with you.
Now I'm back in school now.
Yeah, but I was hoping you'd tell me a prison story. But what I'm saying is more like this, which is less. It's more like this. Oh. Like, if someone takes your candy bar, then everybody. This is some Darwin. If someone takes your shit, then everybody over here just saw that they can take your shit too.
Yeah.
And if you don't do shit about it, then suddenly now you're the fucking ATM.
Right.
And now people are getting in line to take shit out of your ass.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way it goes. And you know, and bro, that's not just prison. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that's life. Well, but that's what I mean. But in prison, it's turned up all the way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's all of this shit all of it rings true. But in certain environments, it gets turned up all the way
because the reason I say the same thing goes for school, man, is because if you're a punk in prison, right? You're a punk everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? To everybody, you're a punk. In school, the same thing. If you're a punk in school, you're a punk everywhere.
Workplace.
If you're the gay kid, you're the gay kid. You know what I'm saying? If you're the dirty kid, you're the dirty kid. Mm-hmm. If you're the poor kid, you're the poor kid. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna think that about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were that kid that, you know, you were crying when your mom brought you to the bus stop and to go in school, you were scared to come to school. That was you. You know what I'm saying? For all that year. You know what I mean? It might transfer into the next year.
Or if you peed on yourself in class,
Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like if you went from elementary to middle school with the same kids, they went with that story. Like, he's Peabody.
And the thing is it translates into the workplace, it translates everywhere, but it's just a little bit more subtle. You know what I'm saying? All right, this guy's a pushover. I can put my extra work on this dude. This guy, I can blame this guy for that shit. He's not gonna say nothing. I can get this guy to stay later, and this guy can work harder than me, but he can get passed up for the fucking promotion because he's a fucking bitch.
Right.
And it's subtle. It's a little bit more subtle, but it's still cutthroat.
And if it goes unchecked, you know what I'm saying? It's just going to escalate. That's what it is, and that goes for anywhere you're at. You know.
But that's the thing. They're training people to be bitches. They're training people to trust the system. They're training people to go and tell.
Right.
They're training people to have Daddy, help me.
To not let them handle their own shit.
Yeah, they're training people not to handle their own shit, man. That's what's so scary. It's like, don't trust this system. The system isn't here to protect you, man. Like, it doesn't have your best interest in mind.
Figure that shit out on your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, like, even with these kids, you can't trust them to figure that shit out on their own, because like now, you know, they run out of options. You know what I'm saying? They run out of options, or they think that they don't have so many options. So when they come across like this bully situation, they're getting punked on every day. What do they think? Like, you know, if they have access to a gun, then they go to school and they shoot some motherfuckers.
Well, the thing is, that was the other thing. It's like, it's worse to get a fucking ass whooping now than fucking, you know.
Right.
It's like, getting beat up isn't that bad. In my daughter's case, she was more worried about getting in trouble than fucking getting. And I'm like, yo, fuck getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it if the school is mad at you for hitting this kid.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this. You know, It's fuck that.
Right?
Like,
and
yo.
they at that age, you know what I'm saying? At that age, even with us, you know what I mean? Like when you're in school, man, you think trouble is serious. You think that shit is grave. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was lucky enough to fucking not think like this.
Yeah.
The rule, like,
you understood that the permanent record wasn't permanent.
I understood. I just didn't give a fuck. It wasn't even about understanding. It was just there was certain shit that I don't care what the fucking just. I don't know. To me, there's right and there's wrong, and I don't care if. And I've got my own little clock or I got my own little meter of what's right and what's wrong. And if what's right and wrong for me doesn't go along with the system, well, oh fucking well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I might follow the rules, but it's because I want to. It's not because the rules are making me. And I'll break them bitches as I feel fit.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. See, and we're me and Tone were talking about this, because you know, there was a time, man, when you didn't question your elders, and what it came off of was this movie she was watching. It was, you know, a dramatization of there was this, I think it was in the 60s or the 70s or something like that, where a family of carnies gave their two kids, you know, to some woman to watch, and the woman had a bunch of kids of her own, but she was torturing one of the girls and ended up killing her. You know, the girl died from it. You know,
this happened in real life.
This happened in real life. This is real.
Huh.
I can't remember the names of any of these people, but it happened. And, you know, what we were talking about was, you know, like why the kids would be so eager to do this, and they wouldn't question it. Nobody would say, like, oh, this is wrong, we shouldn't be doing this to this girl. Is because at that time, you know, you didn't question your elders. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't question what you just did what you were told, you know? And that's what it is, man. I think there's different times where authority is a different thing, if that makes any sense.
And you know, and that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. I was raised pretty well. I know what's right and what's wrong. I know when I'm fucking up. And if there's like, if someone puts me in check, you know what I mean? Like, I don't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's swung the other way. There's certain shit, like, I feel like certain people have trust in the system way too much. But then there's these other instances, is like, if a grown-up tells you to not do something, well, fuck you, you're not my dad. And then it's a problem. And it's like, maybe, no, fucking listen to your elder, man. Like, listen to this motherfucker, dude. He's got a point. He knows more than you. He knows that you shouldn't be mouthing off to or spitting on things or fucking with shit.
Yeah.
And nowadays, it's like, yo, you can't tell these kids nothing, dog.
Yeah.
Fuck
but
you.
At the same time, it's like how far does that go? You know what I'm saying?
How far does what go?
How far should you be listening to this dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much control should you give up to this dude? Like, you know, a lot of times we'll send our kids off. I've never done this, but you know what I'm saying? Like cats will send their kids off with, you do whatever they tell you to do, and you listen to them. You don't give them any problems here, you know. Right. And these are the motherfuckers that are tickling their booty holes and shit.
I mean, but I think that's on the parents to raise a kid like, hey, man, listen to them.
To an extent.
Yeah, well,
you know?
It's and you know what the fuck, you know come on, man. Come on. Like, who the fuck doesn't understand that it's kind of weird for his dick to be out? You know what I mean? Like, I don't care how old you are.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't a little weird? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, maybe if you're like 3 or 4 or some shit like that, but if you're 10, like, that's not a little bit weird this guy's dick is out. It's not a little bit weird she's touching your penis.
You know? It's happening, though.
I think
it's
that's
happening, though.
But that's the thing about molestation, and I'm not an expert here. Trust me, I'm not a fucking expert. I don't know shit. And based on some of the things I've been saying, like the last 20 minutes, I feel like a fucking idiot because I don't feel that articulate. But that said, man, it's like, molestation there's deeper shit going on than just someone tickling a booty hole. You're kind of there's like a weird seduction that goes on. Like in a lot of times these kids are willing participants, whether they're getting attention, They're getting, and let's be real, like, hey man, like, it feels like, yo, it might feel good to get your dick sucked, even if it's by a fucking 40-year-old guy. It might be creepy.
And most times, you know what I'm saying, with these adults, and they're dealing with these.
You're gonna cut me off
brains.
as it feels good to get your dick sucked by a 40-year-old guy. That's what you're gonna fucking cut me off at, man.
You on a roll.
Let me just finish, bro. Let me just finish, man. It's like there's this weird guilt in fucking. There's weird guilt because you're being manipulated by someone older than you with more game, but a lot of times you're gaining pleasure from it too. So there's this weird guilt that people that get molested live with. That was my point.
Yeah.
Before the it feels good to get your dick sucked by a 40-year-old guy.
I think everybody listening, I know I did. You know what I'm saying? Got where you were going with that.
I just want to make sure, bro. There's certain things I don't want a fucking gray area with, dog.
I understand. Like, I was going to put something more on there.
Please do. Jump in. I just please.
I wasn't going to so let's talk about something else now. What I was gonna say is that that's how they get them, man. Is that usually the cats that are doing this shit, they've worked out their system. They know the things to say to these kids, They know how to cover their tracks, you know what I mean? To try to get them so they don't say shit, And
a lot of times this is a trusted, loved relative, man.
Yeah, where and then you don't understand that. Like you're saying, where they don't understand this relationship. They don't understand what's happening to them, you know what I mean? Like they don't get it, and they feel like they've done something bad. Right. And so most times that's why they don't tell.
Yeah, they're not saying shit. And here's a wacky shit, man. It's like there's certain members of my family I'm just not leaving my kid around alone. I love him to death, but there's no way my kid is spending time with this motherfucker alone.
Right.
And there's no red flags over here. You know what I'm saying? There's no
right.
There's no red flags about Uncle Johnny. You know what I'm saying? Like. I mean, why has he got that ice cream truck? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
Straight the fuck up, man.
Like, why is he hanging around all them kids all that time,
Right? It's like you see none of this. You see none of this happening.
Why is he's a fucking softball, why is he coaching all this softball, spending fucking mentoring all these boys,
I've often wondered about that, man. I've often wondered about that.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, come on, parents.
Yeah.
Come on, parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the situation I was telling you about with the movie and shit and the real life thing.
So let's be real. It's some carnies, dude.
Yeah. And that's this. They give their kids to this woman, right? They give this kids to the woman
to watch or just to give.
Yeah,
to
watch, right? She paid him like 20. They paid her $20 a week, because they were going on the road.
All right, let's be real.
You're
dropping $40 per child on some woman to watch your kids.
No, $20 a week for both of them. This is the 60s or
okay, $20 a week
for two kids.
2 kids. It's 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that the kid didn't end up fucking dead?
No, I'm not surprised at all.
Who else is gonna take
the
that?
The shit that she was doing to, man, she had the other kids burning her with cigarettes, and she made her shove a Coke bottle into herself, and just like they fucked her up, man. She died from shock. You know what I'm saying? From the pain, of them torturing her and shit. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Like the parents, the carnies, they knew they had fucked up, so they didn't even come back for the other girl. The other daughter.
See, I don't really feel like that is a good example, a good thing of like listen to your elders, because all the elders were crazy in this one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fucked up. No, but I was talking about that's how deep it was at that time. You know what I'm saying? Where, like kids wouldn't question.
I think but here's the deal about torture and shit like that. I think some people like torturing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think some people like. It's
And that's why, like, everybody involved in that shit got some time.
You know what I mean? Like, let's not blame. You know, I'm just doing what they told me to do because they told me to do it.
That was their defense. That was like the other kids' defense that were doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? That was a defense. But all of them got time.
Kids are assholes, dude.
To juvie.
They are. Kids are assholes. Kids are fucking assholes. And I say it time and time again. It's like, kids are more evil than adults a lot of times.
Yeah.
Go to a Girl Scout meeting.
Yeah.
Watch the way they fucking punk on the fat one.
Fucking
you know
evil,
what I'm saying?
man. Fucking evil.
They're fucking mean as hell, dude. Piggy didn't make it out of Lord of the Flies, did he? Didn't he fucking die off of that shit?
The kid with the glasses?
I don't know, Piggy or whatever the fuck it is. I think didn't the fat one die?
Yeah.
It's like that's what happens when you let kids run things.
Yeah.
It's like it's dog eat dog, and if they see a weakness, they'll fucking kill you.
Straight the fuck up.
So I'm not surprised that experiments where it's like they'll tell somebody to keep inflicting pain on someone, and people will just keep doing it. Like, most people don't stop. People follow blindly, and there's got to be you got to have a level of, hey, this isn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't like it that much, why are you doing it still?
Right. And again, you know, unchecked behavior, man. You know, because I think all of that shit, we're all capable of it. You know what I'm saying? We all could do it. You know.
Yeah.
And it's I think it's a thin line. You know what I mean? Like, I think we've talked about it before, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the same thing that makes a surgeon, you know, I think makes a serial killer.
Yeah.
You know.
He just goes to school a little bit longer. He can understand.
Yeah, you know, his shit's just not, you know, approved, you know, by the state. You know what I'm saying? Like he's going it alone. You know?
I wonder how many surgeons would have been serial killers had they not. No one's ever been like, you know, thank God for medical school, or else I'd be fucking carving up hookers.
I'd be Jack the Ripper from this bitch.
I would be cutting motherfuckers' fucking hearts out.
Straight up, man.
Yeah. That's why I don't get bummed out when people kill kids. I really don't. When they're like, and then he killed a kid. It's like, first off, most kids are just future fucking mediocre assholes anyway. It's like, give me a fucking break, dude. And then, oh, he's so innocent. He was a kid. Kids are fucking evil little shits. Like, I'll be cool to a kid. I'm not like, I don't hate kids, but like, come on, man. Fuck out of here. Oh, what's he gonna do? Grow up to be just mediocre, just like everybody fucking else? He had so much potential. Yeah, but let's based on odds, based on numbers, what is this kid gonna grow up to be? A fucking clerk somewhere. Big. All right, so he's fucking dead.
I've got nothing for
Give me a fucking break, dude.
I've got nothing for. I've got nothing to follow up.
There's nothing to say. There's nothing. Well, fuck him. You know it's the goddamn truth. You know it's the fucking truth. I'm not. You know, maybe it's not cool to like be a bully, to like be some old person, and bully a kid. That's cowardice. But like, yo,
yeah.
when people are like, oh, he's killing kids, whatever.
But
I'm not saying that they're worth any more. All I'm saying is they're not worth any more than a fucking grown up getting killed.
Than an adult.
And,
right.
and if you even want to take it one step further, like they're cute and cuddly as shit.
Yeah.
And they do that on purpose so that you don't fucking kill them.
Dog, honestly, nobody gives a fuck unless it's a white kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we don't make as many of them anymore.
Nobody gives a fuck unless it's a white kid. You got this Amber Alert just a couple weeks ago. Yeah, you know, like.
It's not an Aisha alert.
No, it's certainly fucking not. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like that shit bugged me out because I got the fucking notification on my phone. Did you get that too?
Yeah, I ignored it. I was
Yeah.
like, well, I kind of resented them calling my phone.
Yeah, I didn't, I didn't
Fuck
sign
your
up for this shit.
goddamn Amber Alert.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't sign up for this. Like, why are you alerting me like this? Like,
Just for that, I'm not looking for a green Chevy. How,
you know what
how
I'm
do you
saying?
like that?
It's like if I find it was a blue Mazda or some shit like that.
Is that so? I didn't even read it that far. I was like, Amber Alert.
Like,
Delete.
You know, if I find the motherfucker, I'm telling them like, yo, they're looking for you.
Yeah, you better get that kid out your trunk, man. They looking for you.
But they found the girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what kills me about that shit. Yo, if a fucking white kid gets snatched, man, the world must stop. Yo, we gotta find this white girl. Shut it down.
I already told you the reason. We don't make white people enough. We're like, we kind of count more. Just as far supply and demand, bro.
She wasn't even a good looking white girl
saying,
either.
Well, all I'm saying, like, if a Mexican kid gets kidnapped, they got 8 other Mexican kids in the family, dude.
It would be a fucking rap, man. You know what I'm saying? It would be a fucking rap. You know, like, and I don't care none of the circumstances. You know, like, her mother got killed, and then her brother got killed too,
right.
And then. Had any of them been, had any kind of pigmentation, you know what I'm saying? Like, then we wouldn't have heard about it. We wouldn't even know about it. The kid would still be gone, you know. Dude would be fucking the shit out of her, and that would be it.
Yeah, you're right.
On the campsite.
I wish I could be as mad as you are, but I'm white, so it really
so if you get snatched, then...
so it works out for me. You know what I'm saying? Well, here's the other deal. It's like, yo, there's all this black on black crime. How the fuck are we supposed to give a fuck about you? You don't even care about you.
Unless your kid gets snatched, right? But you know they're not going to do anything about that. They'll get up in arms about it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, oh, shit, yo, oh, what? Oh, we better get out. Then here's a picture of her. Oh, motherfucker, get out of here.
All I gotta do is get on the camera. I'll get her ass found and shit.
Like, get out of here, man.
She's got a white father though. All I gotta do is cry on camera. Like, hey man, shit's fucked up. Oh yeah, but look at, like, you didn't look at my fucking reasoning. It's kind of awesome. I just came up with it. It's like, black dudes are killing themselves all the fucking time. Like, kids are always getting fucked up. But it's like, yo, we don't kill each other that much.
Well, we already know that black kids don't matter. We just came off of that Trayvon shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we've known that, you know.
But that's a funny thing is, they made him matter more than he should have mattered. They turned him into like some fucking kind of like a little bullshit movement. They kind of cheapened his life in a way.
Yeah.
They turned him into like a symbol.
You know, but and
if it was a white thing, then it never would even made the news.
Right. This is
mean?
True. I mean, like, majority. You know, we talked about that, but even everything that was going on around it, even the things that were related to it, there was nobody wanted to talk about any of that shit, and nobody's talking about it now except us. You know?
Oh, it's over, bro.
Yeah,
Trayvon shit is done.
It's done.
It was done 3 days after it was done. It was done.
It's done. Nobody cares anymore. But that's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, a white life is more valuable than any other life.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, it is. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that is the world that we live in.
That is the world that we live in.
Do you think also that's because the majority of the country is made up of white people? This is the country's if you're living in a country where it's 70% white, then don't you think that just white issues are going to be more important?
Well, that's
just numbers
wise. What it is that, you know, like, yo, this is a game that the cats have been playing for a long time. You know what I mean? It's your game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, I can't come into it and try to change the rules. You know what I mean? All I can do is say fuck your game and try to create my own.
Well, here's the deal. The game is the white game is over. It's done, bro.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause white people are not out fucking anybody anymore.
Yeah.
Like, and they're not migrating over here. White, whether you watch the news stories, you watch that shit, it's gonna shift within this next 30, 40 years, bro.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a giant shift, and it's not gonna be all white shit. They're gonna be black people are gonna get skipped over again, and it's gonna go over to Latino. But like,
well, we're already there now, man. Where it's no longer a black and white thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just a rich and poor thing. You know, and as we see this shit go further, man. You know, because like the kids they're not brought up with these things. You know what I mean? Like I think it's getting harder for those cats that think that way, you know what I'm saying, to instill that kind of shit into their kids, because as the kids are breaking out in the world, and then we have the internet that's bringing us together and shit, you know, like even with the major racism, dog, you know what I mean, that's where that shit exists now,
on the internet.
Yeah, on the internet, you know, you really don't see it out and about, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why, like, we wait for those issues. That's why, like, the Trayvon shit blows up like that, is because motherfuckers are waiting for that kind of thing to happen, and just so they can yell about that
and
shit.
Both sides are waiting. Both sides are waiting to use this as some fucking race thing.
Yep. You know, it's like they can't wait, you know, and you know, what it was about was, you know, plainly, you know, essentially is just like, yo, this dude killed an unarmed teenager. You know what I'm saying? But you had both sides waiting. You know what I mean?
I wish we weren't talking about Trayvon. God damn it.
We let ourselves here. I mean, we can change the subject, but
yeah, finish. You said both sides waiting.
But yeah, both sides are just waiting for these issues. You know what I'm saying? These button issues to.
But that's the thing. It's like, and most of the people that are getting upset about all these little issues don't really think it out. They get mad over trigger words,
right?
And they don't really look at all the facts,
right? And you know, and dog, like it plays into so many different things. I mean, we look at the internet or social media. You know, it's like all the things that motherfuckers yell about online, these issues that they come up with. You know, it's like they really don't care. You know what I mean? They don't care. It's never that deep for them. That's as much as it is for them. You know, like I wanna bring up a subject. I want a couple cats to talk to me about it, you know what I'm saying? And I will get into a discussion with them, a back and forth with them. We'll go back and forth for a few comments, and then that'll be it. None of these motherfuckers really want to get up about some shit. They don't want to, you know, they don't start a fucking movement. They don't want to, you know, like they're not going to, you know, they want to hop on this little digital soapbox.
Well, I think what was the craziest shit was you had the Obama election, and then you had the following, the 2 years later, they had another election for the Congress and shit like that.
Yeah.
And Obama won the first thing, because everybody, hey, Obama, hey, change, it's awesome. The fucking black people come out to vote because they feel like, okay, this is someone speaking on my behalf. This is a symbol of me. This is change, which is total fucking bullshit. He's part of the system that has kept you down this all these years.
But as they would, though, you know what I'm saying? As they would,
they're believing in it though. But this is the problem. 2 years later, Republicans whoop everybody's ass. And it just goes to show you, like, motherfuckers don't care about shit. They voted in. They're not invested. They're not even bright voters, because if they were smart, they would have showed up the next 2 years and kept motherfuckers in office that needed to help out their guy. But these same fucking idiots that showed up to vote for Obama for whatever goddamn reasons, whether it's hope, race, or whatever, didn't show up the following 2 years and lost everything in the fucking lost everything.
But you know, man, you know, like I know, dog, blacks didn't put Barack Obama in the White House. You know what I'm saying?
They helped.
The system put Barack Obama.
But black showed up,
you know,
because of that.
And dog, and shit, you will see we will rally, you know, for certain causes, dog. But I mean, like, you know how I feel about that shit there. You know, like, that shit is all designed, man. That's all designed. If the powers that be didn't want Barack Obama in the White House, he wouldn't be in the White House. You know what I'm saying? He was already decided to be there. You know, they felt it was time for a black president. They felt it was time for a bone. You know what I mean? Like,
they needed
for whatever reason,
they needed to just chill out the masses. That's why I wanted to see that motherfucker, the other dude, win, the Republican win, because I really wanted America to have this feeling of hopelessness. I really did. I wanted America to have this feeling of hopelessness, and perhaps from there would be a revolution. Mm-hmm. All this shit did was throw people an imaginary bone and made them think that shit was good. It's not good.
That's all it is, man.
Fucking. I parked behind this dumb bitch that had an Obama sticker and a End War and a peace sticker on the back of her car.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch, you think he ended anything?
Right.
You think what? You think we stopped blowing people up?
Right.
You think we left places? Oh no, you can keep your oil. We don't need this strategic fucking place to land our planes. You can have that back. Like, give me the fucking break, dude.
Straight the fuck up. And that's what I'm saying, man. That's not what those cats are there for. You know what I mean? Those cats are there to keep the system going, man. At no time is the system supposed to break down. Okay, there is no reason they don't want the system to break down. They don't want motherfuckers to think that we're not in control. You know what I'm saying, or that we really don't have any choice in this shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's the truth, man. That's why if it wasn't that way, you know, then they would give us more choices, right? Instead of the left guy and the right guy.
Yep. And if you like this other guy, they'll make a joke out of you. Oh, you fucking idiot. Oh, you like this guy? You're dumb.
And we talked about this shit before, man. Like, all of it, and they use all of it to pit us against each other. You know what I mean? That's all these issues are just to pit us against each other. These race fucking issues is just to pit us against each other. Religion to pit us against each other. You know what I'm saying? So that we don't unify.
Look, man, I'm over trying to get people to unify. All I can do is earn enough money where I can isolate myself. That's all you can do is earn enough, work within the system, earn enough so that you can isolate yourself. But you got to be smart about this shit, and you just recognize things for what it is. Mm-hmm. And that's
where I'm at with it, man. Dog, I don't give a fuck who's in the White House. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I don't know if that was this episode or another episode that we were talking about. You know, like, unless it really affects me, you know, unless I can see the shit affecting me, like, as you know, at my house. You know what I mean? It's not really a big deal for me.
I mean, shit's affecting us. Our money ain't worth shit. But
gas,
I mean, I don't think ain't no president gonna change that for me.
Gas will go up, man, you know what I mean? But, like, what? Does that mean that, I'm going to go less places? You know? Like, I'm going to still go where I need to go. You know? Like, what am I going to say? Oh, well, I'm not going to drive my car anymore. I'm going to protest. I'm going to boycott the gas station.
That's the shit that kills me, is the people that, like, will do let's not buy anything today. Like, bitch, you're going to buy the same shit you needed the next day. You're not going anywhere. You're not moving away from nothing. And if you do, they'll come get you. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, we're going to have to tax you over here. You're not moving away from the shit.
Yeah. You can't get out of the system, dog. We're all in the fucking system.
It's like the Matrix.
You know,
like Matrix.
Like cats are on me about my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I've never been the cat that celebrates birthdays, or gave a fuck about birthdays, like it might have had to do when I was a kid, but like as I am now, it doesn't matter whether you say happy birthday to me. I'm not going out to do anything for my birthday. I didn't
say happy birthday on your birthday, by the way.
Like you didn't.
I didn't even realize that. I was a little caught up with some other shit.
You didn't buy me shit for my birthday either, and I don't expect you to, and don't expect me to buy you shit for your birthday either, because like I'm not the guy who's, I'm gonna let them tell me when it's time to spend my money,
That was one of the things I did for Christmas fucking 10 years ago or some shit like that. I didn't stop celebrating Christmas because I like the idea. I still like the idea of a whole nation as a whole getting together on certain days and just stopping and just being with your family or just going to a picnic. I like that. I like rituals. I think rituals are important.
Yeah.
That said, the ritual of buying bullshit to prove that you love somebody is dumb as fuck to me. And it kind of cheapens the whole Christmas thing. Even though I don't believe in Jesus or God, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I quit buying presents on that day. It's not that I'm not generous. You know me. I'm one of the most fucking generous people I know.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean I don't buy shit for my loved ones. It's just Dog, you're not gonna make me buy nothing on that day to prove my motherfucking love.
Yeah,
dog.
like I'm not doing that. Like, you know, I don't care how much it helps the economy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Fuck
I'm not
the
gonna
economy.
break my fucking self, man, just because it's that time. You know, like it's a Black Friday, so you got to get out. You got to camp out in front of fucking department stores.
You know what helped
give these motherfuckers money?
You know what would help the economy is if we started building shit here again. Like, that would help the economy. This is all made up bullshit. All they do is print more money. Where's it coming from? Oh, shit is good. Oh, look at that. We're bouncing back. We're bouncing back from what? Like, they just printed more money. Where did the money? Where's the value coming from?
Right.
It's not worth shit. But we're doing fine, right? Whatever. That's why you need some you just need to be ready for doomsday.
Yeah. The zombie apocalypse.
You need some water.
I'm ready, dog.
Oh, you need some water purifiers. Well, that shit with the fucking the goddamn nuclear shit I was telling you about, man. It was like with the meltdown that happened a couple years ago in Japan, how it's all coming over here.
Yeah.
It's getting in the water supply. You can't eat nothing. You can't, like, everything's got fucking radiation on it or whatever the fuck. It's like, what are you supposed to do with that, dude? Like, what
can you do?
What am I supposed to do? Go on a hunger strike? You know,
what can you do? And that's what, like, yo, for a fucking, I don't know, man, for like a year, you know, I was bummed out, you know, just thinking about that all this shit could end with a fucking asteroid.
You
know
were
what I'm
thinking
saying?
about that shit?
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what I mean? It's just like it would all be over, right? And everything that you've done has been for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like it's the great neutralizer. You know what I'm saying? Because it means that, you know, like, all this is gone, right? All this is gone. Everything that we've built, everything that we were building for, it's all gone. You know?
But what's it all for, really? Like, is that existentialism?
And that's
like,
what it is, though.
Like, does it fucking matter?
That's what it is, though. You know, it makes you think about this. Like, what are you doing all this for? What's important? You know, what's important? And that's, like, you know, I'm not sorry that I am this way, but, you know, like, when cats say, like, we're doing this and we're fucking up the world, and, you know, 100 years from now, you know, it's gonna be fucked up, and for future generations, like, I won't be here, man. So,
well, also, it's like, fucked up for who? The world will go on. We won't.
Right.
Life finds a way.
Yeah.
Life finds a way.
Yeah.
We might not find a way as humans. We might kill off a gang of other animals, but life will keep going until, life will keep going. That's what happens, dog. Like
if the planet comes to shake us off, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's going to be.
Like, I was listening to NPR or some shit. I forgot what it was, but it was like some fucking, they were doing like oil. They were drilling for like copper, and they had the water runoff going into this shit, and it was all this chemicals and stuff, and it was this pool of like this crazy acidic, fucked up, like, nothing can live in there type shit, killed everything.
Yeah.
And then, like, some geese came and shit on it, and like this new type of life came from goose shit and fucked up water. You know what I mean? Like, life just happens, dog.
Yeah.
You're not gonna stop life.
Yeah.
Life is gonna keep going. We'll die.
Yeah.
It'll suck for our kids. It'll be like Waterworld in this bitch or some shit like that. But, like, life will keep going.
Right. And that's what it is, man. Like, you know, if back on the government, you know, like, if these cats really wanted to do anything, if they really cared about the human race, wouldn't these be enemy number one, you know what I'm saying? Public enemy number one, like the cats that are polluting the earth and polluting the water, and you know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't we be attacking these cats? Why are we so worried about other countries that have the same shit that we have? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got weapons of mass destruction. So do we.
Only we are. We're the only ones allowed with that shit. Like, how about you guys just? How about we just don't stop behaving like assholes, and then that way we don't gotta worry about people blowing each other up.
Right. You know, and get on some real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's bull. It's. Or we talk about the motherfucking war on drugs. We've talked about that before, and it's like, ain't no motherfucking war on. You know where the drugs are coming from.
Right.
You know exactly. You know where they live. Go blow them motherfuckers up. Like,
straight the fuck up.
Ain't no more war. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we got a problem invading people's countries with the UN telling us not to.
If we ever have a problem with motherfuckers, what do?
We go over there and we blow
run
them
up in their shit.
We blow them motherfuckers up. Like, go blow up Mexico. Go blow up. Go drop bombs on Colombia.
You know?
If it's that deep. If it's that deep, go fucking do that shit.
But you know what it is?
Solve that war on drugs.
We fund those motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We fund those motherfuckers. We fund the Pablo Escobars, the Noriegas. You know what I'm saying? We fund those motherfuckers. They're on our payroll.
Rick Ross, all that shit.
You know? But they don't want that shit to stop. Because that's money for them. That's money for them. That's control for them. You know?
I know they make drugs so good, and then it's like they arrest you for liking them shit. It's like, you make drugs so good, and then they fucking lock you up because you like them.
And then you know, what are we supposed to do? You know, for cats like us that say like, okay, so I don't care about that shit. You know, I don't give a fuck about voting, and it's like, oh well, you should care about stuff like that. It was like, well, you know, they don't want me to, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't play in their game, right? And one, right? I can stand up, right? I can stand up, but I'm gonna need help.
I'm not standing for shit, bro. Good.
I'm gonna need help, and see, and that's what it is, right? Like, I can't get anybody to rally with me. You know what I mean? I can go around and say like, yo, this is fucked up. We should do something about it. Everybody's gonna have something else to do, right? It's like asking a motherfucker to help you move.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. No, it's because I have this problem where I think people are stupid if they have Obama shit on their page. I just think that, and I got to stop being so judgmental, but it's like, come on, man.
Because I mean, really, you should, because dog, they do that for everybody. Every time there's a president, you know what I'm saying? There's people that push for that dude. There's people that push against that dude. You know
but it's like, I don't know. Like, I guess it's good that people have hope, but I don't know, man. Like, come on, dude. Like, give me a fucking break.
Like, what? With what?
Like, shit's not changing because you got this guy in. Let's say even he's the shit. Let's say even he's the shit in that fucking, he's not part of a process.
Mm-hmm.
He's still not changing nothing. Like, give me a fucking break.
No,
it's over.
No, and that's why his approval rating dropped after the first term. You know what I'm saying? Because cats, the dream was over. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, well, this is just as it always is. Like, nothing hasn't changed. Like, he's just another president. It doesn't matter what color he is. Oh, okay. You know?
Same old shit. Hey, dude, let's do some mail. Let's do some mail so we don't gotta fucking. God, I hate when we get too political. We do that too sometimes. God, you should hear us in the fucking. We're toning it down. And the worst part about it is I don't have any facts to back up any. like the only facts I have is like what I see going on in this world. And I might be totally wrong. I'm probably a fucking idiot. Who the fuck knows? I don't care. But like, that's what I believe. Don't trust anything ever. Question. You don't have your best interest in mind. What's our email?
I just got a new PlayStation, and I just got a new treadmill, and that's what I do with my time. Let's see, mail.
You can email us at forreallyshow@gmail.com.
Yes.
You see what happened when I stopped having I told you I was gonna stop having all this casual sex. I don't even get to have sex stories and we just end up talking about fucking child murder and
we gotta get
child
Jude
murder and depressing things.
You know, like I don't have anything else. You know what I mean? Because I'm not doing anything extracurricular right now.
I had some sex, but it's just not worth talking about. All I can say is I'm really tired of condom sex. So I don't know. I gotta find a chick I like.
So this is from Jeanette. She says, "Hi, hello."
Hi, hello, Jeanette.
You guys don't get enough girl fan mail. How would you know, Jeanette? You don't know what kind of mail we get.
We don't get it. I don't think there's ever enough girl fan mail, to be honest with you.
We would like there to be more. We would like there to be naked girl fan mail. You guys don't get enough girl fan mail, so just wanted to say that this is my new favorite podcast. Like, seriously, I enjoy it very much. Thank you, Jeanette. Ross, you are so cool.
Aw.
Ross, you are so cool. I'm going to repeat that. And collected. Right? This is what she says. She says, Ross, you are so cool and collected. Love the chemistry you have with your buddy Jude. I can tell you guys are like brothers. Right? She means that we're like blacks.
Like we get racially profiled and our credit's bad.
Plus,
can't get a home loan.
Plus, this is all about me. Plus, you are so underrated as an MC. Yeah. Thank you, Jeanette. Jude.
I thought there was more. I was waiting.
Jude, what more can I say about you?
Hey, hold on, wait. That's when you don't have anything good to say about a person and you're doing like a fucking wedding toast. You don't like the wife and you're like, Mandy, what more can I say about Mandy? When she met Rick, I was real happy. Like, meanwhile, Mandy fucked everybody. All right, go ahead.
Jude, what more can I say about you? You're a weird pervert. But for some reason, I like that. Still don't know why. I like the times I've hanged with you on the All Out show. Even when you couldn't wait to take your dick out.
Oh, this girl sucked my dick.
Oh, you're like the Hunter S. Thompson of the radio world, but I digress. You two are awesome. The stories you tell have me laughing for days. Keep on keeping on, gentlemen. The half virgin.
She came on the show. She was a virgin, right? But she blows guys.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. Your vagina hasn't gotten penetrated, but you're out there blowing dudes. And then I was like, have you ever seen the pinkness of a white penis? And
she hadn't.
That's why I gave her the opportunity to leave the room. I said, look, the dick is coming out whether you're in the room or not. You can fucking leave. What do you think she did?
She did not leave.
She stayed there, and then she took the bus. Then the following time, she took the bus out here and fucking blew me.
Is that right?
For a little bit, not long enough to come or anything. I didn't really nut, but
she said, P.S. I'm feeling nice, so here's my ass. You're welcome. I guess there was supposed to be a picture here, but there's no picture here, Jeanette, so we can't see your ass. Was it nice? Was it a nice ass?
Yeah, her ass was fine.
Okay.
Her ass is great. The head was awesome. It's just that
good head game there, Jeanette.
Her head, your mouth is like a gang of rose petals, covered in lotion, and then
that's awesome.
It's she's just catching me at a weird time. I don't know. Like I'm at a place in my life where I'm kind of bored with just getting my dick sucked. I want more.
Yeah. You gotta have more. Next we have Jamie.
Is that a dude or a chick?
No, it's a chick.
Yeah,
it's a chick.
fuck
See,
yeah, we're 2 for 2.
We get
chicks.
Females, man. What up, McNuggets?
Don't look at me like that. That's your fucking slang. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah,
no.
man. I have cats hitting me all the time, like, asking me if they can use, like McNuggets or Yosemite Sam and shit like that.
You know what I think the problem with you? I was thinking about this the other day.
What's that?
The problem with your slang.
What's the problem?
It's too thought out. It's way too thought out. like most slang happens like it's a natural bastardization of some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Words.
And your shit is just way too thought out, like rhythm. It's like you probably like, what's the most awesome thing I can say for goodbye?
There's some science in that, but not with the Yosemite Sam.
Well, McNuggets and Yosemite Sam actually makes more sense because it's a play off of something that's already there.
Yeah,
like my niggas McNuggets.
Yeah.
That's why it
Yosemite
works.
Sam, you know what I'm saying?
Yosemite Sam.
Yosemite Sam. You
Yeah, that one's still stupid.
I
like McNuggets, though.
And I thought about this the other day, y'all. We're going to trade in Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is now Yabba Dabba Doo. Okay? All right, moving on.
See, that's what I'm saying. That shit right there, man. It's fucking contrived, dude. Now it's, guys, note, everybody, it's now Yabba Dabba Doo.
Now it's Yabba Dabba Doo.
So use that in a sentence, like, hey, how would that happen? Like, hey, I just got a brand new car.
Like you say, you know, like if something is your due, you know what I mean? It would just, now it's your Yabba Dabba Doo.
It's your what? Your due.
Yeah, like you know, like, oh shit, that's my due. Like a good dish. You know what I'm saying? Like some good food. Like, oh, that's the due.
And then,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I I never use that slang. That's the due.
Oh, okay.
My slang would be like, I really like that.
You know,
that sounds good.
And you know, like I gave you Scooby-Doo, right? Because Scooby-Doo is you know, there's two plays there, right? One is it's the dog, and then two, it's the shit of the dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, that's the shit. That's the Scooby-Doo. So now, that's the Yabba Dabba Doo. You see?
I'm
right?
bringing
and the, you know, the classic cartoons, man. You know
I'm
what
gonna
saying?
bring back Famous. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna bring back Famo.
You should come up with your own shit.
Nah.
See, that's what I do.
Yeah, but listen to it.
I think it works, man. I think it works. But anyway,
chicks like it. Jamie's fucking feeling McNuggets.
What up, McNuggets? Just shooting you guys some love.
Don't call me that bitch. No.
That's our word. just shooting you guys some love. I've been catching up on all episodes and I love it. Our thoughts and views are so alike. I'm a huge hip-hop head and wish Ross would run up on me with a quiz. I don't think you're listening hard enough, Jamie. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's the last thing that I would want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to talk hip-hop.
That's
right?
What you say.
Like I don't want to discuss rap, man. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
he will if you bring it up for 40 minutes.
If you're wrong.
If I don't respect what you're saying, Ross will address it.
If you're wrong, then we're gonna have words. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I'm not gonna come up to you and just say like, rap, go.
Before you suck my dick, Jamie, name the first 3 Tribe Called Quest albums. Who did production?
Thanks for the great. You got little typos there, Jamie.
Oh, Mr. Dickhead.
Thanks for the great work you guys put in.
The only time you should say typos is if someone's attacking us, and then you're like, oh yeah, you can't tell the difference between your and your, you fucking asshole.
But I can't. I kind of can't help it. She ends it with 1. You know what I'm saying? She ends it with 1.
One
right?
what? Like one like
one love, 1. Right?
Scooby-Doo.
You know, see, that's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
Scooby-Doo.
I would rather have my own
one.
shit than be saying somebody else's shit.
Bro, you
know?
you just said all of someone else's shit. You think you fucking came up with someone else or shit? You always are saying someone else's shit. Everybody says someone else's shit.
I can't even talk to you when you're like this. So that was from Jamie.
I got this new word for car.
Jamie is Wavy Cakes on Instagram.
Putt. Wavy Cakes on Instagram. Oh, I was going to go check her out, and then I realized that I don't have Instagram.
Yeah, you got put off. All right, next we got Kathleen. Let me screen it a little bit.
Wavy Cakes Instagram. Let's look it up.
Hey guys,
you ready to see her?
I've seen her. She's not bad looking.
Yeah.
You're good looking, Jamie.
Wavy Cakes. Is that Wavy Cakes on? Oh yeah. I seen her ass. She got a fat ass, boy.
You seen the ass? I ain't seen no ass.
She was one of the asses I posted up on Instagram. She was one of the first asses.
Oh, is that right?
Yup. Her ass helped get me kicked off of
Oh,
Instagram.
you got judo kicked off with your
movie.
ass. It must be nice. If there's a picture, let me see it.
I don't have it anymore. Oh, wait, hold on. I think it's in my phone.
Hey guys, this is from, who is this from? This is from Kathleen. Hey guys,
Man, look at all these chicks we got hitting us.
that's what I'm saying.
Saint,
Just writing.
man, that's
come
amazing.
On. We got female fans.
I didn't think so. I thought we sound like fucking. I thought I sound like an asshole.
Oh, it ain't getting us. This ain't getting us no pussy. I'll let you know that right now.
We like you from a distance.
They like listening to us, but they are listening.
Yeah. They hear what we're saying.
Just writing to say I really love the podcast. Recently got my heart broken, and without fail, listening to you guys reminds me that I should stop being a little bitch because the world is fucked up and hilarious. Jude, I still bust out laughing thinking about your dad writing inspirational quotes on a garbage bag.
Yo,
That did so much for so many people.
Yo, it really
you
did.
You don't even know.
And I wish you guys could see the map of the world that my dad he did some really good. We should play a game where I'll read you the quotes about the country.
Yeah.
And then you have to guess what he's talking about.
Which country
He's talking about, because my dad's got this map of the world where he just wrote all over it with a Sharpie, and he's in rare form. That guy, he is just something special, man.
Let's do that next time, or unless we got enough time this time,
bro. We got 4 minutes.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Jude, I still bust out laughing thinking about my dad has a pen from Brookstone that you can record messages into. He busted out at Quick Check to buy scratch-offs. I hope you both find happiness in whatever it is you're looking for. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Kathleen. We will.
And keep your chin up too, Kathleen. It's not easy breaking up with somebody. It really is. But just give yourself some time and don't judge yourself if it takes too long.
That's right. You'll get over that shit
sooner or later. And if you want me to send you a picture of my penis, you'll have to let me put it in you first, and then I'll do that.
And then you can trade dick pics all the time with Jude.
Yep, I'm way into that shit.
Craig Hoffman.
I couldn't find her ass, but look at this one. It's just a big gap.
Oh, all right. Man.
I like that one. She spread out. You can see like the
she didn't even shave.
The outside brownness of her butthole.
Yo, first off, I love the podcast. It's like life radio. Never heard of Scylla. That's because you don't hang in the circles, the proper circles.
Why you all defensive and shit?
Because he's obviously not cool enough.
Why are you so mad that he's never heard of Scylla?
Never heard of Scylla till now, but you guys are a good 1-2 combo. I hear Jude talking about his book and wanted to know when is it coming out. Thanks, guys. Look forward to the next episode.
The book got kind of I got 2 weeks delayed because of my grandmother's the death of my grandma. That said, probably within the next couple months. I keep waiting to try to get the motherfucking the the illustrations done.
Yeah.
And it's just taking forever, so I don't know if I'm just gonna drop it regular, then drop another one with the illustrations. I just want to get it out. It's ready to go. So I could at least do like a 2 first early runs and then drop maybe some shit with the illustrations afterwards.
I think that'd be a good way to go because dog, it's not about the fucking illustration.
I thought it would really pair well with the shit.
I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it would be good. You know what I'm saying? But like it's not making or breaking the book, bro. I haven't seen the illustrations yet. You know
I guess you're right. So honestly, I would. You know what? Let's shoot for September. Sometime September. Will probably be late September because I still gotta get it. They gotta do this shit where it
formatted.
Formatted so it can fit. And I started reading it on tape, and there was just certain things that didn't flow that well to me, so I had to redo it. But I do understand that one has to let go of something and just let it get out there, and because it's never going to be good enough to me.
Be the plant, bro. I was telling you, be the plant. Just let that shit grow.
You guys should read Master Key, and that is the Foreally